Hi there. Because Canvas is a little bit screwy, maybe a lot bit screwy, and things aren't always as intuitive as a lot of things is easy to understand, I want to walk you through the process of getting your comments that I gave you so they are not wasted and so you get the benefit. Otherwise, it's not helpful and you don't learn as much. And unfortunately, I learned this the hard way a few quarters ago, maybe it was last fall, when students weren't taking any of the advice I'd offered, and I couldn't figure out why, and it's because they had not figured out how to access the comments. So that's why this video, I think all you see is the screen. And so what you need to do to get to my comments is first, you see you submitted your paper at week 3. So just just find assignment 1, draft 2 of 3, and click on that. And let's hope it opens in this window. Good, it did. And what you want to do then is go to submission details right up in the corner here. I'm swirling this puppy around so it draws your attention. So you click on submission details and boom, there's not much there. And well, you would think the software would do a better job. You should not, in my mind, have to do this, but in order to see the comments, you click on view feedback, and lo and behold, you will see something like this. This is just, and of course, why doesn't it fill the screen? I don't know, but I'll try not to badmouth Canvas too much. But you will see comments like this. Oh, come on. Jeez Louise, I'm sorry. This might be a Chrome issue, I don't know. Anyhow, so you will see I just inserted some comments here. Sometimes I'll just write you a message here. Some of you will have a message here. If I cross something out and stick in a new word, that kind of stuff. So once again, stupid software. So hopefully this won't be too much of a pain for you, but it's obviously, I don't like the way it works, but we're stuck with it. So once again, click on submission details, click on view feedback. Now here's another thing that I suggest if you want to look at this and scribble on paper and all that kind of stuff, is this button right here. It is not the most intuitive download button, but that's what it is. Does it say anything when I roll over it? No, it doesn't. So it's this little icon of a piece of paper with an arrow pointing down. You're supposed to figure out that means download. Now, one thing you want to do is download the annotated PDF. If you just download the Word file, it won't come with the comments. It'll be clean just like you submitted it. So click download annotated PDF. It will generate it. Now on a campus computer, it may not be set up to read PDFs, as you can see down here. I hope it did, and it opens up and I get the PDF, and so you can then print that out on your own machine or what have you. How do I close out of this? I don't know where I am. What if I go, nope, maybe I just go here. No, anyhow, this is why I'm not the biggest fan of Canvas in the world. It doesn't give me an arrow to go back. What happens? Goodness gracious, rotate clockwise. So I don't know how to get back to, I don't know how to get back to Blasted. Maybe this is a new window. And okay, so it just opened in a new window or a new tab. So anyhow, yeah, you know, sometimes I stumble around in the student mode. You can see I'm in student view here. So I hope that helps. Well, I'm going to, just for the heck of it, I'm going to do this again. So let's go all the way back. So right now this is here, assignment 1, draft 2 of 3. Click on that puppy. I see it's up here as well. Click on submission details. Click on view feedback, and if you like to work on the screen, that's good. If you like to have a piece of paper or this, you know, whatever, click the download, then download the annotated PDF, and it will come down to your screen or your computer. Sometimes you have to go search out the Adobe application on a campus computer. Sometimes you don't. I cannot explain the why of any of that business, so hopefully this will help you so you can see the comments, because I do a good bit of commenting on the paper. I just did. This is a New York Times editorial. So anyhow, so I believe I am going to, I hope this helps. I'm going to follow this up with a bit of information about your essay that you need to be working on, and with the draft due come Monday. So I'm going to put a stop to this now. And if you got any questions, obviously, or maybe not obviously, let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is a little going to be a demonstration of me cranking out a example paragraph with some suggestions, so to help you better address this assignment with the draft coming due Monday. So one thing I want to do, I'll click here, and so one thing I want to do is I'm going to kind of just choose a group and kind of write with it and help you kind of tie everything together. And so I belong to a group, whoops, that is called Gas Up. It's on Facebook, and it stands for Get Around Spokane Using Pedals. And so I'm going to argue that this is a discourse community. And so I don't know exactly, I'll probably have, I'll say some background about bicycling and how we like to stick together as a group and share bicycling information and stuff. So, you know, just something about how we're a group. Even though maybe most of us ride alone, some of us ride together. This is the way we connect. So I'll have some background about that. I got to fix that little extra space there. Why is it not liking me? Oh, well, no matter. And so generally speaking, Gas Up is a discourse community, is my argument. I don't know exactly, because we need to make it clear that this is going to help develop a theory of writing or inform an understanding of it. We need to have that aspect part of the thesis statement as well. And so to get at that, I have to answer the question, why is this of interest or importance in relation to developing or understanding my theory of writing? And you know, I'm doing this off the top of my head right now, and I don't know, but I'm going to bring it around to, I'm going to back up a little bit. One of the things that Swales mentions, is that one thing we want to look at in discourse communities. He mentions this discussing the two different classes. One is normed and one is norm forming. I can't remember his exact language, but basically one, the normed one, you must fit certain criteria to belong, and group expectations emerge over time depending upon its makeup. So the people in it determine what kind of group is going to have. So one is kind of fixed, the other is evolving, and I would say that when it comes to bicycling, we're at norm forming. We don't have anything beyond you should ride a bicycle around Spokane to be a member. Everything else is pretty fluid. So So why does it matter that GasUp is a discourse community? Why is this of interest or importance? How is it going to help me understand my theory of writing? It might be because cyclists are very heterogeneous. Did I spell that right? No. Hetero, whatever. I'm not going to bother. Just going to help with cuter. To successfully promote cycling in the city, the needs of all sorts of cyclists need to be taken into account. So there are some people who ride a bike for commuting. Some people have like cargo carrier bikes to haul their kids and groceries. So all kinds of things like that will happen. And so I've only been peripheral, I guess I'll say, in bringing this back. But we need all sorts of cyclists need to be taken into account. So the needs of a fragmented audience have to be kept in mind. And this is true of many kinds of communication we do, in that groups are not monolithic. I can't think of any monolithic group I belong to where we're all exactly the same and one particular message resonates with every member. So we always have to account for variation, and probably I guess that means I don't belong to many normed groups. So this is not the best thesis statement. Let me see, why is this of interest or importance? That won't be in there. And so I might have this read. I'm going to copy and paste. Oops, don't know why that happened. Copy and paste. Let me scroll back up so you can see stuff. As a discourse community, I'm going to start by getting rid of that. As a discourse community that seeks to promote cycling in the city to a very audience. And this audience might include non-cyclists as well. And cycling support people. For instance, I'm thinking here of people who work in the city, in the streets department, and that sort of thing. So, okay, not an awesome thesis statement, but I've named my group. I have made a claim that it's a discourse community, and I've provided some focus to it that will help me develop a point. So now I'm going to develop the various points. Remember, Swale says a discourse community needs to have goals, it needs to have mechanisms of communication, needs to use those mechanisms for, I'm going to say, give and take. I forget, to send out information and to communicate back. We are going to have genres of communication. We're going to have a lexis, our own special jargon, code words, whatever. And we are going to have membership, old and new, sustaining, 1, 2, 3. So that's all 6. I'm going to go develop something in support of my claim. I'm just going to use goals. So I'm going to say one of the reasons that GasUp qualifies as a discourse community is because it has some commonly shared goals. So that's my topic statement. I need explanation as to why topics matter. Topic matters. And I'm just going to have to come up with something off the top of my head. I'm going to say, without goals, it seems all but impossible for a group to form and stick together. There should be some purpose of some sort. Otherwise, why? I'm say, what's the point of seeking to form a community? And I don't have an answer to that, but I don't think I need to. Now, if I was smarter than I am, or more prepared than I am when I sat down, I would have had the Swales essay at hand. Here it is. I'm going to, this is a place now to use a quote. I'm going to say specific example from either Swales or Borg, the two essays we are using. I didn't, before I sat down, have something particular, so I'm going to go to that section where Swales writes about having a broadly agreed set of public goals. So I'm going to say, I'm going to start with a quote. Swales writes that goals may be publicly inscribed in documents. And I'm going to take out some stuff, or they may be more tacit. So agreed upon, but not written down somewhere. And this is on page 24 of Swales' essay. So I put 24, I follow that with a period. And I'm going to have to go over here. GasUp actually has a Facebook page, and if you're in any Facebook groups, you have something about it. And I'm just going to copy and paste. So I'm copying it from Facebook. Actually, I guess I'll drag that over here. Come on, don't mess up on me. The #1 song on my birth date. I don't know how I got there. Okay, we're at GasUp. And so we'll see this. This is GasUp. So it says, get around Spokane using pedals exist to promote cycling, share your experience and ideas on safety advocacy, commuting, racing, blah, 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 blah. Don't post stuff to buy and sell here. So I'm dragging that back out of the way. I already copied it. And I'm going to say gas, can't type very well, Facebook, what do we call that? I don't know. Facebook mission statement, forever. Okay, it bolded. Reads that. Okay. And so I don't know why that's bold. I don't even know if that is bold. Is it bold? No, it's just, I'll unbold it. What is it? It's just the wrong font compared to everything else. What is this? Calibri 11. So let's change that. Sorry, I'm doing things probably I shouldn't bother doing while I'm demonstrating. Calibri 11. Sorry. Okay. So here we have two specific examples regarding this. Now, how does this help me address goals in my theory of writing? What readers of this can see. Let's see, my font is screwed up again, but I'll save that for later. Is that Spokane area cyclists in the GasUp group are, or I'm going to say, have many different views on cycling and what it means to be a cyclist. Some of the audience won't care about some topics, while others won't care about other topics. Let me scroll down and see what brings them together, whether they commute, race, and this could be on, road, or off, is that they all care about riding their bikes for fun, even when it's to get to work or run errands. Now, I don't know that this is a great example. Let me go back here. Example from your chosen group. We could have this example be the first one. Doesn't have to follow Swales's example or whatever. And I'm going to change this again. 11 Calibri. There we go. Come on, computer. Okay. So there we have, and this is, let me see. Okay, this is our warrant. This is what ties this discussion here back to our thesis. Now, oh, here's our thesis. So this is our thesis. Let me write that here so you can see that. So, so we've got this thesis, and down here, cyclist. It doesn't like a lot of my words. I guess it wants those to be capitalized. Forget it. We don't care. I don't know why it doesn't. I guess it wants this to be a bicyclist. It still doesn't like it, so we will just ignore Microsoft Word. And so, but here's our topic. And so you're going to have 6 paragraphs like this. It's entirely possible. I told my students in my face-to-face class that this could be a point that is combined, that we have mechanisms of communication and we use those mechanisms to communicate. So it's pretty much, you can take those separately, you can roll them together. I think genres, lexis, kind of special language jargon, membership, old and new, all of these are points that you want to touch on. So this ends the demonstration. It's a little, you know, well, we're running on 18 minutes now. So see what you can come up with. The framework might be, you know, the normed and norming. Is your group normed and norming? It helps you maybe decide a little bit more readily about the kinds of things you'll look at. That sort of thing. I'm thinking of Manuel. I don't know if he's writing about being in the Marines, but I'm going to say the Marines is a very normed discourse community, such as it is, at pretty much every level, from the platoon to the brigade, division, so on and so forth. I think I got those in the right order. You either fit in or you will probably be drummed out, at least to a certain degree. So that's a very normed group. That's why they're the few, the proud, the Marines. You need to fit in, and the same would be true with many branches of the military. I think Gas Up is more of a norm forming group. You know, we're determining what is good behavior amongst bicyclists. How do we promote cycling? You know, other than don't be a jerk, you can kind of do whatever. So don't be an anti-ambassador or something like that, but it doesn't always work out that way. So see what you can do with this. Hopefully this will help you as a model. Your conclusion then will discuss how these various notions are helping you understanding communication, just as a for instance, being able to communicate. There's one person who's on Gas Up who does not ride a bike, but he's been a bicycle advocate in a very counterproductive way. But he gets to be a part of the group. Maybe he rides a bike sometimes, but he has all kinds of complaints about everything, and it seems he doesn't want to do it until it's perfect. So we're a very heterogeneous group in that regard. Though he doesn't have many friends or supporters in the group, he is a member of the group. Sometimes I wonder why. And he's not somebody most of us can communicate effectively with. And so I'm not entirely sure what I would do. I probably, in my lesson, my wrap up about audience, I may come in with some notions of context and purpose as well. So here, obviously, this paragraph addresses the purpose of the group, and the group is seeking to do something. And so how does that help me understand my purpose as a writer? Well, it's that I must be doing something with regard to an audience, with regard to a particular context, that sort of thing. So hopefully this helps. You got questions, let me know, and I will get back to you as much as I can. You can post them, just a message to me. I think I would prefer that you post them in the question and answer regarding the Swales and Borg essays. That way others can go in there and read and see things. But one way or the other, if you've got questions, let me know. That's how I can help. So this is due for online students at midnight Monday. Also, I want as many of you as possible, I know all of you can't, to come in next week for a conference. It'd be great to see you and sit down with you and talk about your writing and such, and help you get ready for the portfolio process. I know it won't work like that for some of you, and so we will make do and take care of, we'll get you taken care of one way or the other. We'll figure something out. So take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.